Fight for all the belts. Like you and Usyk, 3 belts on. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm all for it, but I don't, he's a little afraid. You know
Why
what I
do you
mean?
say
Not
that?
a little afraid, but a lot afraid. You know what I mean? And, I'm in the business, so I know a lot of things.
But you're just waiting for him to accept it. But you're ready to sign a
I'm
contract
ready
today.
to go any given moment in time, place, no matter what it is. You know what I mean?
You're
But
not gonna
they
put
know
on,
that.
You're not putting weird ass clauses like Fury and all that. You're ready
Nah.
to let's just fight.
You know what I mean? I'm simple. I don't do all that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't put up too much of a fight as far as trying to get a fight done. You know what I mean? I feel like we all can eat, and that's how it should be. Each other eating each other.
Yep.
Each other being able to help each other eat. You know what I mean? Not about overpricing yourself out of a fight and shit like that, because we all risking our lives. So damn, let us at least get a piece of the fucking pie.
That's true.
And that's it. And I've always given people a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Because you just never know what's gonna happen in and out of that ring. You know what I mean? So
What's going on, people? Shaman the YB back once again. So we just heard that from Wilder, saying that Usyk is very afraid, very scary. Now, let me give you some context why this is relevant. Obviously, I mean, actually, I haven't got the link up, but take my word for it. Today, the Saudis came out and kind of half-pied off Eddie Hearn and said, listen, there's been no official offer sent to AJ for the Wilder fight. And I get the feeling, I get the creeping feeling that it's a bit like, if you're too thirsty with females, yeah, it puts them off, innit? And Eddie Hearn's been like, oh yeah, we're going to change all our plans and start doing this. To be fair, allegedly the Dillian White fight's going to happen, but still, do you know what I mean? Like, AJ's been so thirsty for that for that December fight. Even the Saudis now are a bit turned off. Now, it's different. Oh, relationships in general, not just man and woman, but business relationships, it's all push and pull. Yeah, when AJ was champion, that's a completely different ball game. Everyone wants to work with a winner. But when you're down bad, and then you're thirsty, it's like, ooh, this guy a bit desperate. Do you know what I'm saying? Because with all due respect, I haven't heard Wilder and his team, yeah, we're doing the Saudi thing, we're just waiting for... Eddie Hearn's been... And again, this has been backed up by Eddie Hearn. It's been AJ and Team Hearn's first, or Team Matchroom's first, for the Saudi fight. And the Saudis turned offness. End of the day, man, the Saudis are like a female in that sense. And they can sense, wow, these dudes are a little bit too thirsty. You know what I'm saying? 100%. How do we know this from Team AJ? Well, anyone who's followed Eddie Hearn's interviews, and I don't even watch them all anymore. I watch every now and then, but in every one he says, yeah, there's a deal, but it's not. They haven't sent the contract yet, and that was cool a month ago. Okay, Eddie Hearn said, oh, they're sending it next week. Eddie Hearn's been telling us they're sending the contract next week for about 2 months. So it's getting a bit long in the tooth now. And again, like I said, Michael Benson put a thing out. That Amma Abdullah Don, who be running the Kinahan/Saudi operation, he had an interview today and said Eddie Hearn lied. There ain't no offer coming. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of truth be known, it was kind of peak. In fact, you know what? Let me get it up because it's one of them ones. It's a truly peak one, and I wouldn't believe it if you told me this. I wouldn't believe it. So let me get it right now, 100%. Where is it? In before big madness. Do a bunch of scrolling, scroll. Oh wow, maybe it was somewhere else I read it. No, here it is. Wow. Stop it. Amma Abdullah of Saudi's Skill Challenge Entertainment has denied that they've made any official offers for AJ versus Wilder. Is there interest in the fight? Yes, but there has been no. But has there been an official offer? The answer is no. Now again, think about it. This is a pie. That is a big pie, people. Why is it a pie? Because if the fight was close to being done, you wouldn't say that, would you? If they wanted it, if they was gagging for this fight, for example, guess what? When AJ was on, yeah, or not even on, he hasn't been on for about 6 years, but when he had the belts or when he was champion, people respect that. You know what I'm saying? They weren't coming out before the Ruiz 2 fight or before the Usyk fight saying, would we like that fight? Yeah, but there's no offer, no. Yeah, that Donny, he's smiling, 100%. That zesty Donny who AJ be getting flown in for, he was smiling, couldn't wait, 100%. Couldn't wait to put that warm dump on AJ Chet, 100%. So, do you get what I'm saying? This is the push and pull in relationships. AJ, he came across too thirsty. Eddie Hearn came across too thirsty. Barry Hearn came across too thirsty. Oh, it might be time to cash AJ out. That don't turn no one on, does it? Didn't turn me on. Definitely didn't turn the Saudis on. Yeah, when these Saudis pay for man to come there for some next zesty operation, they're doing so on the basis that they're paying for a bull. They don't want no cornball. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of cornballs already in Saudi. Now they kind of think, wait a minute, why are we going to pay this big buff dude who thirsty and desperate for the payday? That ain't turning no one on. Yeah? That ain't turning no one on. That's the bottom line here. The Saudis are turned off right now from AJ. Anyway, a big digression there. But this links back to the Usyk situation. Or the Wilder situation. Because I'm not even sure how it does that. I don't know where. Listen, truth be known, I've been waffling for about 10 minutes and I've lost my track here. So let's just get back to what I was talking about. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely lost what I was talking about. But end of the day, man. So yeah, Wilder says Usyk scary. This has relevance because if Daniel Dubois pulls out, the WBA, who Dubois is mandatory for Usyk, have said he won't get another shot. Yeah, the WBA have now revealed their backup plan if Usyk vs Dubois does not happen next. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? There's some quotes here. Oh, these guys, man, are messy-ass dudes. This might not even be the one, but either way, the fact of the matter is, yeah, on Monday, it was confirmed that negotiations have failed. Cap. Here we go. I'm blind. If he were to pull out, the WBA have confirmed to Dan Rafael that Usyk would be ordered to defend against Deontay Wilder instead. That's a fact. Yeah? So, we know Dubois split with Shane McGuigan. Dubois is allegedly injured. It's all a bit messy. Now, Usyk's team have won the purse bid, but still, there's been no date announced. So, this Wilder situation remains valid. Bottom line. That's why this is relevant. Because literally, if Dubois don't pull up, it's going to be Wilder in next. And apparently the Saudis have said they're looking to do Wilder and Usyk potentially. You see how it all links up now? In fact, it's even more linked than our first... Or it's even more linked than the first glance would show. What do I mean? Well, Usyk just signed with the Saudis. So wait a minute, why is the Saudis coming out and pieing off AJ in the last 24 hours? Is there a chance they know, or they're hearing from Team Usyk, wait a minute, Dubois are a bit iffy. Do you see the ones there? Yeah? What the Saudis have just said today, we ain't sent no offer to AJ. He corny. He too thirsty for the bag. So again, there's a chance that, especially if Fury's flapping it as well. Do you understand? Because what we know for a fact is the Saudis have the rights to Usyk now. So Usyk's really their main guy. Yeah? So they want to get their main guy fighting. Usyk and AJ ain't going to happen in a month for Sundays. So if Usyk and Fury doesn't happen, what do the Saudis want? Again, they don't want Usyk and AJ. That's never going to happen again. So it's Usyk and Wilder. So is that why the Saudis are sitting back and kind of thinking, wait a minute, who knows, maybe even they're going to think about step aside for Dubois. I don't know. I guess this will be all put to bed if Usyk and Dubois has a set date. But until then, or until Usyk and Wilder get caught up, AJ and Wilder get signed. If AJ and Wilder gets officially signed, which isn't looking likely right now, then obviously that takes Wilder out of the game. But it's a dynamic sitch going on right now. Anyway, back to Wilder's original point here, when he said,
I was like, you and Usyk, 3 belts on, let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm all for it, but I don't, he's a little afraid. You know
Why
what I
do you
mean?
say
Not
that?
a little afraid, but a lot afraid. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm in the business, so I know
I'm
a
in a
lot of
business.
people.
So Wilder said that Usyk is big scary. And in all fairness, the other day I did a video. Usyk said Wilder's tougher than Fury. It could have been just waffle, but I mean that backhand is all that matters in the what's it called, in the Southpaw game. Bottom line, can Wilder get it done? I don't know, but I would like to see that fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Is Usyk afraid? I don't think so. No. But later on in this interview, Wilder loses his head. Oh, we all need to make money together. Now, it's highly likely, in my opinion, that Wilder's been broken. Yeah. See, no, he ain't hurting for money, but the way he played himself out of that $120 million bag, with all due respect, looking on hindsight now, Wilder would have beat AJ, in my opinion. Or at least he would have had a 60-40 shot of doing so. Do you know what I'm saying? So Wilder not only played himself out, become undisputed, and a $120 million bag, and he could have won the fight. You know, that's potentially what's humbled Wilder. He's realised trying to be, what's the word? Trying to be too corny with it. Oh man, you know, he said he called me a hillbilly, so I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight the guy who called me a hillbilly. What? Wow. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's normally a reason to fight someone. Yeah, I'm gonna put the hillbilly. I'm gonna show him how we do it in the A. Yeah, the 100%. I'm gonna give this dude a deep south hillbilly whooping. That's what Wilder should have been saying. I'm gonna take the $120 million bag from the zone, knock the guy out, and go take it all the way back to Showtime. You know, they're the kind of bars. Instead, oh man, you know, he's so disrespectful. That's what Wilder said. Big facts. I'm not fighting AJ. I'm not dealing with Eddie Hearn because they're rude. Wow. Yeah, but I'm glad to see he's humbled himself, and I guess we have to thank Tyson Fury for that. Because after you've been punched up, yeah, and listen, I respect Wilder. He went out. He showed a rare quality. Whether Fury can punch for toffee or not is irrelevant. The rare quality is Tyson Fury punched the life out of him, and he was trying to get up to the end. To be fair to him, yeah. So I respect that. However, whether you respect it or not, when you get punched up by a man who can't punch, that does humble a man. You know what's that? It's a bit like, I don't know. Imagine having a little brother, and for let's say, yeah, for obviously it's your little bro, and you've stayed punking him, yeah. You've stayed just boying him off 24/7, and 2-2s one day, he give you them paws, and you realise, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm no longer big bro. I've lost my big bro card. He give me the paws. I got no, you know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to me for Wilder. Yeah, if Tyson Fury gave him them big bro paws, and it's brought him back to earth now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do it because before he was doing way too much with her. Oh man, I'm the most feared in the division. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an nigga. He was doing way too much with it. But you don't really hear that kind of stuff anymore. Yeah, and that's what will happen. Yeah, trust me, when little bro put the paws on you, you be humble. Yeah, you be realising there's nothing, you can't be talking too slick because little bro might check you again. Do you understand that one? Yeah, and that's why if you look carefully here, you'll see Wilder looking over his shoulder. That look there is to look, damn, is little bro pulling up? Yeah? Is that him again? About to check me on camera. See them ones? He checking. That's how Wilder has to live now. He has to live looking over his shoulder, not knowing if he's going to get checked by little bro. Bottom line. And that's why he's trying to politic. Oh man, you know, we all need to get along. And that's what you call politicking. Wilder went, like I said, man, fair play to him. He's been true to himself. However, let's call it a spade here. He weren't talking that before. And that's what, when you're on top, when you believe you're the baddest man on the planet, you'll do mad things. Wilder believed he was the best on the planet, hence, I'm going to beat Fury, I'm going to be in the same position I've been in, and then I'll fight AJ. That was Wilder's headspace. That's now changed. Now Wilder is trying to become a communista. He's realised Tyson Fury took his belts, you know what I'm saying, popped his cherry, and he ain't got much left apart from to let's share that. Now he want to work together. Do you see that once? Yeah. Now he trying to work together. Now he trying to politic. Oh, let's come together, kumbaya. He went on the kumbaya. I'm the most free, the fish. Yeah, that's what he was doing before he got punched up. But anyway, listen, man. Look, Wilder. He stays surveilling the vicinity, man. He ain't trying to get checked again. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I want to be fair, Usyk and Wilder. I don't really want to see Usyk and Dubois. It's not a bad fight. I guess, in fact, there's no rush though, is there? There's no rush. Usyk and Dubois isn't a bad fight. I think Usyk punch him up. I think he's too slick. I think the southpaw element. We saw Dubois in there with a southpaw. He had nightmares. Do you know what I'm saying? So, to be honest, it seems to be these southpaw cats are causing a lot of people problems. Which I guess that is the whole narrative, isn't it? It's been within boxing. Oh, it's just a slick southpaw, but it's actually they're doing the most right now. Joe Joyce, Dubois about to get punched up. I mean, yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%. No doubt.